Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. Tomorrow there will be the Hong Kong watch auction by Phillips. So November 24th, Hong Kong time, 3 p.m. So if you're interested, you have to register now. So this is your reminder. And the auction will be interesting. I'm going to try to follow it live. So I was going through the different lots. There's some interesting things, a lot of things a bit more common, but some very cool things like pristine NOS double red sea dweller. We'll have a look in a minute. And the estimates, the low estimates, high estimates seem very reasonable, but the same could have been said of the Christie's Geneva auction. Difference here is that the sellers are various, while the Geneva auction of Christie's was one collection. And there was a bit of a debatable outcome. The reason was apparently the auctioneers have to bid for sometimes for the those collections, especially to be able to propose the marquee items. And Christie's had bid, offered a certain amount of money guaranteed to the seller. And as the auction was getting near, it seemed that many of the lots did not have any pre-registered bids, as I tried to explain in my previous video. So they reached out to a third party to basically guarantee the reserve price on many of the lots. And in those cases, the third party will share the profit on the lots that sell for more than the reserve price. So many lots went to the same paddle, third party buyer. And so those prices could not be held as a proper reference for those watches. So it's a bit difficult for buyers to know the real value of things. But if it was an indication of anything, is that the market is very weak, especially for the more common pieces. Dealers don't have buyers, dealers don't want to buy, and collectors are being more careful. So here we have something a bit different. It's different sellers. I see there's a Japanese collector, for example, and other sellers are proposing their watches for sale. So they will all have different reserve prices and attitude towards it. Maybe some of them prefer to sell than have an unsold watch, and what often might happen and why you should be bidding on the things that you like. Even if you don't meet the reserve price, the auctioneer might just contact you and propose you a deal with the seller. That way everybody's kind of happy. The seller passes over the hot potato, the unsold watch. The auctioneer gets its commission, which is 26%, I think 25 plus 1% of fee. And the buyer gets a good deal. And while the watch is sort of tainted by not having met the reserve price, the buyer get it at a good price and is a bit more safe that way. So I'm not saying that anything like this will happen, but just saying that you should be in it to win it and bid for it. And I wish all the success to Phillips. I didn't have time to go see the preview. It's a bit far away now. You have to cross to the Kowloon side and walk quite a bit. So not very convenient to go and see it. But let's see here online the cool watches that we can spot. And I'm not in a position now to spend money. I would need to sell a few watches first and get through the end of the year, the taxes, the holidays, Christmas and all that. But anyway, we can dream on a little bit, dream together with the real bidders for these. So big success. Yeah, already I'm going to wish a big success to Phillips. And let's go through a bit those watches, some really cool watches. Okay, so we start with everyone's favorite Rolex Daytona. This one seems plain Jane, but always interesting to see the market appetite in a very visual, very public forum. I tend to shy away from auctions. It's like casinos. I don't feel like it's for me. I feel like it's for a different class of people. So that I've never participated in an auction, and I guess in the past probably you could find better deals, but now an auction like this is so visual. Probably better to go to smaller auctions, but that doesn't mean that they are better in any way. Then we have like new Bad Girl, also very entry level, the Tiffany dial. Good test for this watch to see where it stands at a very public auction. Now something pretty cool, a nice dial for white gold from 2011 Daytona. Moving on. And I like the descriptions, like new, rare, and attractive indeed. Yellow gold with turquoise dial, an actual turquoise from 2020 from the original owner. Always good to see also where the 5990 is. I think it just got a revamp. This one is from 2015. What a fantastic watch, does everything, right? You get the travel time, the chronograph, the date, the loom, and it even tells the time with style. Very cool. Doesn't mean that it works, by the way. I don't think the auctioneers usually can guarantee anything, so you have to factor that in. The older the watch, the better chances you might have to spend a bit of money. So factor that in, of course, in your bidding. I guess we have a 5711 1A010. Let's move on a little bit. I think this is the first series, 2007 of the fifth. Oh no, sorry, it's not a 5270. It's a 5970, of course. Yeah, this is the very sought after, the most sought after reference, I suppose, of the perpetual calendar with the chronograph, the 5970 in a white gold. Probably not the rarest of the metals, but desirable all the same. Interesting to see where it is. So the estimate seems quite low, 800 to 1.4. I'm guessing there's a reserve price there, maybe at 1.2. And I'm also guessing that there is such interest for it that we're gonna go over the estimate for the 5970. Surprised by the estimate again, but again, the estimate doesn't mean anything, right? It's just to attract the buyers, but it can be a double-edged sword, right? Tourbillon Vacheron, you would expect this to go for more than 600,000 Hong Kong dollar. Little reminder, $1 is about 7.8 Hong Kong dollar. Audemars Piguet, very cool. One with the full calendar. That's quite a cool watch, right? Does everything. Now we get to the FP Jaune special series here with the Constant Force remontoire. Very sought after indeed. A few jaunes, of course. By the way, I'm doing this video from the app of Phillips, so you can download the app and follow live with the video what's going on at this auction. Here's a 2015 chronomètre Souverain. Always lovely. A wooden box as well. A couple of rare, exceptional Cartier, highly rare, new old stock from with Chinese numerals. That's going to be very popular, obviously, here. It's from an Asian collector. Good luck with your sale, sir. Very cool with a full set, new old stock. What a shame you haven't worn that watch, but maybe the next owner will remove those stickers. When you're old enough to afford these watches, I suppose it's time to enjoy them. Maybe FP Jaune, Richard Mille. I mean, when you compare all the watches we've seen so far, the Richard Mille looks like a toy. Maybe it's time we call a spade. Audemars Piguet with Star Wheel. This one is from 93. And here we have a minute repeater. Wow, that's a very low estimate for an AP. I mean, it's not... Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, let's say. This one, early 2000s. That was the look back then. It's just state of mind, I suppose. Daniel Roth. I wouldn't dare saying anything bad about Daniel Roth. He's the darling of the watch clubs here in Hong Kong. So, yes, go ahead and bid. Actually, I wonder if this is not the watch of one of the members of the watch club. Maybe. Feel free to put to identify yourself in the comments. Here we have two really cool Rolex on the left. Rare and attractive steel wristwatch from 1965. Black pre-Daytona. Reference 6238. Look at that. How cool does it get? I love it. And now from Japanese collector, new old stock. This is what they're supposed to look like. It's so clean, it looks like a fake. It looks like a Steinhardt copy. Double red sea dweller. Look at the bevels. This is what they look like when they are new, with a beautiful patina. Just unbelievable watch. I hope that it's real. I really hope that it's not. I'm not getting scammed here. That is sensational. More Rolex Rare from 92. Interesting subdials. Let's see a bit. You're gonna see these in person, of course. See a bit the different patina on those aging watches. Some want them clean, some love the patina. Let's move on a bit faster. More modern watches. Patek Philippe. Minute repeater. Now this Journe, very cool. I don't think I've ever seen that one in person. It is a flyback chronograph in platinum. Really gorgeous watch and a great way to display the chronograph. I love this. I really love this. Look at the back of the watch. That is unique, sensational, and I'm sure the price is a very low estimate for this lot. De Béthune, another Daniel Roth. What is the function of this one? Has a hinged case back, power reserve, and a tourbillon, of course, in pink gold. For a tourbillon of Daniel Roth, which is very much in fashion right now, estimate seems very reasonable. Again, the price reserve, we don't know what it is. Likewise, these are very sought after. The Monopoussoir Tortue by Cartier, the CPCP collection privée. So three top watchmakers, including Journe, collaborated to create the caliber for this in 2011. If I'm not mistaken, correct me in the comments. Let me know which of these I should have spent more time on. Oh, look at this 5971. This one in platinum has the jewels around the bezel. It has become very accepted now by the collectors. Gorgeous. What a unique timepiece. Surely the estimate is gonna be very conservative on this one. Longer. Great to see where it's gonna end. These, they're trading around 500, 600,000 right now in Hong Kong. So I'm guessing it might reach 400. Will be interesting to see if it goes beyond, because the premium will put it at 500. And dealers probably want to be sure that they have a client behind to sell it, so that they're not going to go above 400. And then collectors might try to get a better deal. So we'll be interested to see where this classic, fantastic, maybe the best chronograph from 2005, first series without the power reserve, will go. These were amazing, and I hope one day I'll be in a position to make one of these mine. More longer, rare Patek Philippe with a Guy Frère bracelet. 1955, reference 2526. Outrageous Movado. Maybe a great chance to get something a bit unique with the Chinese calendar at a good price. Now the 3940 is, I feel, getting harder and harder to find. They were very low on the market, and now collectors seem to grab them. Everybody wants one. I want one. 1985, just a perfect watch. I think it was the watch of Phillips Stern, his choice of wristwear, and this yellow gold version is really nice. There's different little variations of the dials. I think they're all great, right? I'd be happy with any of them. And the estimate, yeah, I think it's right on. Interesting to see where this one sells. It's rare first series, so could be very sought after. Here we have a marquee watch, as I was saying. These are the watches that the auctioneers want. Estimate 8.8 to 17.6. That's very wide. So a possibly unique platinum minute repeating perpetual calendar wristwatch with the moon phase from early 2000 from an important collector. I'm sure in the world of collectors they know who owns this watch. That's going to be one of the important lots. Indeed, a bit of craftsmanship there on the Vacheron. Tourbillon. This is a bit sad. Look at this poor 50, 70 still in the bag. And what are you going to do? You're going to buy it and open the bag? I suppose not. This is meant to just be passed on like a Bitcoin and stay closed in the bag. What a shame. But maybe the buyer will open it on YouTube for you. Won't be me. Wish it was me. Yeah, interesting to see also where the 5070 stands in the market. They don't trade for that high, all things considered, and such a strong look, very big watch. I think these are 42 millimeters. Very strong presence for these. Here, very elegant, bejeweled 5271. So the current iteration of the Grande Complication that we all know and love. Striking cosmograph. What is the nickname for this one? Help me, Tiger or something? No, that's not a tiger. Let's move on. Now here, it's not a plain Jane at all. 2009 GMT. This one was given to Eric Clapton by a friend, Paul Stewart, and I guess he was a friend, not anymore, and Eric just sold it. Maybe there's a longer story. You can discover it here. Maybe the reason Clapton did sell a lot of guitars to fund his island retreat center for superstar that want to detox. He's been through a lot, our Eric Minerva. Check this out. 1930s with a caliber 1990H. Learn more about Minerva. That would be a great chance to learn about it and maybe grab this watch and become the Minerva guy at your watch club. 1977, reference 3700. Couple of hewers. Very apropos, I think. Hewers coming back to the forefront. Why not get the real deal instead of the reissues? Here we have a 6265 from an important Asian collector, and the case stamped 6262. It's a Paul Newman condition, well preserved. with the steel bezel. There's a Snoopy. Well, we'll see what's the appetite for Snoopy. Nice Zenith, Omega. Possibly unique, very attractive indeed, very important as our friends of Phillips want to remind us. Platinum Perpetual Calendar split second from 2008, that's the 5004 of course. Bedazzling, I love it. Yeah, estimate 2 to 5 million. Another marquee watch. Do watch the action on this one. Japek, I've shown you this watch on the channel before. Very nice and harboring. More affordable, equally cool. Monopusher split, if I'm not mistaken. A Journe Platinum Chronograph. Brilliant. Pocket watches. Why not get into it with a Patek Philippe? That's the way to go. A split second with the Breguet numerals. You can't really go wrong. Imagine pulling that out of your pocket when you go see your banker. I don't know what I'm thinking of that. Okay, something rare again. Another marquee watch, a rare limited edition platinum chiming wristwatch from 2015. That's the 5275P. Wow, this should be seen in all its glory. 175th anniversary. These are important, really important watches. Jumping hour. I want it. Please, somebody generous, buy it for me. Voutilainen. Gorgeous. Journe, Harry Winston, very avant-garde indeed. Here we have 5517, so military spirit here for this Submariner. Actually, does it say Submariner? Yes, there you go. Moving on, a bit more Rolex, some well-preserved vintage pieces. And another marquee watch. This is 6062 from 1952, a full calendar Rolex, beautifully preserved. Well, it has oxidated a little bit, a bit of a interesting color there. It's going in a very trendy rainbow direction. It seems a new old stock Batman. This one not from the collection of Mr. Clapton. Another sub 18 karat white gold, 2022, very modern. Yeah, at this auction I find you get those important watches and then more and more very watches that are still being produced, but hey, it doesn't get any better than this one. And maybe the auction is the right place to get the better deal right now in Hong Kong. You never know, you never know. FP Journe, some nice, fine, attractive, and some rare APs. This one I saw one not long ago. I presented it to you on the channel. Look back at my video. It is incredible in platinum. Crash, Cartier Crash. Everybody loves it. Interesting to see where this one is gonna land. Langenhainer, quality from Germany. FP Journe. Let's keep on going. This one, shout out to our buddy Roger. That's a fake name. He's the longer collector, and I've had one of these in my hand and reviewed it on the channel for you together with him. And I had one of these, not this one, not this Gobelin version, isn't it? Gobelin. I preferred mine. Different dial version of the 5134, but this one is in platinum. Ooh, how can you live without a platinum watch? I don't know. 5270G. Yeah, good to see where this this white gold one is gonna go for. Oh, another one living in the box, in the plastic 5004 once again, with the jewels there as indices. Interesting. That's certainly a 2 million Hong Kong dollar watch. And up longer, the between Christian van der Klo, of course, the master of complications, of calendar complications. Here we have the whole planetarium. I've shown you one on the channel thanks to Independent Watcher, indeed. Regepi. Who doesn't love a Regep? Who doesn't have one by now? That's the question. Who doesn't have one? We'll see. Akrivia, we'll see at the auction. Here we have an attractive ladies Rolex from 1985. Why not? Don't buy them all for yourself, gentlemen. Think about your better half. More classic Rolex. Let's move on a bit. Not that these watches are not all exceptional. Girard-Perregaux, a very nice datograph, of course. Each of these watches deserves your attention. Look at this Vacheron. Another Patek prisoner. Maybe you'll be the one to deliver. And Richard Mille, of course, always has to put his little grain of salt in the middle of all this high horology feast. Estimate 6 to 10 million. Probably going to go to much more. This is a super rare 38 millimeter Journe commemorative platinum tourbillon regulator with a deadbeat second. This is from an important Asian collector. He got bored with it because it's boring to hear it chime. No, it doesn't chime, this one. No, it's just a deadbeat. There you go. That's the Shin 2010. And maybe not that great if he's selling it. You can always wonder. I mean, there's gotta be a collector from China who's gonna want to be the next owner of this piece, Moser & Co. with NBNF. What is this devilish machine? Look at that. Good luck telling the time on this one. Breva. I don't even know what that is. If you know, let us know. Comments are made for that. Bit of Cartier. There's got to be something we can afford in all these lots, of course. Gorgeous platinum here, reference 5098. Which reference is this? 1734. I got the 1736. Ooh, what's happening here? An albino test dial Rolex. Obviously, people will. I'm gonna wait for the report of Perez. What's his name again? Not Perez Hilton. The guy anyway who debunks all the watches on Instagram. I don't know. What is this? Arrow dial, test dial. Yeah, I think I've seen that before. Isn't it second time it's for sale, or maybe it's another one? And there is a paper here from who? Yeah, someone who thinks he knows better than you. Do you trust him or not? We'll see at the Hammer Time. Hammer Time. Do you remember Hammer Time? What a video. MC Hammer. You can touch this. You can touch these watches. You can actually touch them at the preview. It's too late now. Maybe tomorrow morning you can still have a quick look at the preview. It's on the Kowloon side, West Kowloon. Phillips have their own building now, or actually, or part of a building. And as I said, it's a bit too far from me this time to go check it out. They used to go to the rent a ballroom there at the Marriott, I believe, before COVID. But now they have their own exhibition halls. I haven't been there yet, but I'm sure all the watch guys of Hong Kong have already visited. I'm long overdue. All right. Oof, I thought this was the Tudor Black Bay Pro, but no. This is the 1973 real deal, and another Paul Newman Mark II. How many Paul Newman do you need in one collection? I don't know. I can't get enough of them. I need another one, so I might bid for it. Another Jean. They're all rare. They're all impeccable. And there you go. At the end, we will have to close the auction. Another Philippe Dufour. Every auction. I'm dying over this. Every auctioneer seems to need a Philippe Dufour right now. This is a simplicity. Very beautiful indeed. Look at those bevel. That's the way you do it. That's the way he likes it. And this is the simplicity. But making simple is difficult when you do it the way Philippe Dufour likes to do it. From 2001, from an important private collection. The mystery. I'm sure Mr. Dufour knows exactly who he sold that to. And Philippe Dufour himself is a big Rolex man. He has Daytona. He's got a Pepsi GMT. He wears a coral red OP even when he mows his lawn there in Switzerland. There you go. So this will be the last slot. So it'll be interesting. Estimate 2 to 4 million. Yeah, it's a simple watch, but heralded watchmaker. I think if I had a $2 to $4 million to spend on one watch, I probably not would put it on that one. With all due respect to Monsieur Dufour, I'm sure this is 1 million of watch and the rest of hype. Maybe time to move on to the next watchmaker to hype. There you go. This is the whole thing. So let me know which ones are your favorites. Are you going to bid on some of these? Are you one of those guys who loves to bid in auctions and go to casinos and live all sorts of adventures? I'm not that adventurous. I just like to report on what's going on here in Hong Kong. And tomorrow, this is the Phillips auction, November. Really interesting to see, to gauge where the market is. And let's hope that they let the watches go at the hammer without reserve, so we know what's what. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.